magandang gabi po sa ating lahat, sa ating mga Isang magandang gabi po sa ating lahat, sa ating mga kapusod, mga karugtong, mga kapatid, at mga kaugnay. Narito naman po tayo sa ating isang palatuntunan ng Quarantalk Media, ang hashtag QTEarth. Dito po sa hashtag QTEarth, lahat tayo ay magkaugnay. At ang sa kalikasan, alam natin, yan ang pinagmumulan ng ating buhay at ng kabuhayan. Dahil tayo at ang kalikasan ay iisa. Kaya po, dito sa Quarantalk Media, lahat tayo ay magkakaugnay. Ako po ang inyong lingkod, si Rodne Galicha ng Living Laudato Si Philippines and of course, ng Action Klima at Climate Action for Sustainability Initiative. At syempre, unang-una po, nagpapasalamat tayo sa Quarantalk Media dahil kung wala po tayong Quarantalk Media, wala po tayo sa ngayon. Pero syempre, dahil alam po natin ang kalagayan ng ating bansa sa ngayon dahil sa COVID-19 pandemic, alamin po na natin ang latest update po ng Department of Health tungkol sa COVID-19 pandemic. Tingnan po natin kung ano ang datos sa araw na ito. Narito po, brought to you by Department of Health at siyempre ng Quarantalk Media ang ating COVID-19 pandemic. Kaso lang, siyempre, alam natin na halos kalahating milyon na no, ang ating mga kaso sa COVID-19 pandemic at nagpapasalamat tayo at mamaya-maya po ay bibigyan po namin kayo ng update on COVID-19 pandemic at atin pa pong kinokolate no dahil sobrang medyo dahil napakarami naman yung mga na recoveries at kumukonti yung mga namamatay at nagpapasalamat tayo at alam natin na may vaccine na sa iba't ibang bahagi ng mundo at sana dito sa atin sana all, no? Sana all magkakaroon tayo ng vaccine. At syempre, bago tayo magkaroon ng diskusyon at ng pag-uusap sa kasama ng ating panauhin, dito po muna, ano nga kaya ang tinitubok ng ating kalikasan? Ano yung tinitubok ng ating Nanay Earth? Ano yung tinitubok ng nararamdaman ng ating Mother Earth? At dito malalaman natin sa hashtag EarthBeats. At syempre po, mag-share po at magbabahagi tayo dito ano nga bang tinitubok ng ating kalikasan. Meron po ako nakita dito na quote no dito sa ating hashtag EarthBeats na sinasabi ni Pope Francis. Sabi niya, noong September 25, 2015, doon sa United Nations sa New York, sabi niya, the misuse and destruction of the environment are also accompanied by a relentless process of exclusion. In effect, a selfish and boundless thirst for power and material prosperity leads both to the misuse of available natural resources and to the exclusion of the weak and disadvantaged, either because they are differently able or handicapped, or because they lack adequate information and technical expertise, or are incapable of decisive political action. Economic and social exclusion is a complete denial of human fraternity and a grave offense against human rights and the environment. Yan po ang sinabi ni Pope Francis noong speech niya sa United Nations General Assembly. At alaman po natin, hindi lamang si Pope Francis yung nagpapahayag tungkol sa kalikasan. Napakarami po tayo ng mga ordinaryong mamamayan, napakarami din po ng mga personalities at mga grupo ang matuturing nating mga bayani ng kalikasan. At makikilala natin sila. Yung iba naman ay tinatakot, yung iba naman ay minsan ay pinapatay. Pero alam mo, maraming tumatayo. At makikilala natin sila, yung grupong ito dito sa hashtag Earth Heroes. At yan po, dito sa ating hashtag Earth Heroes, nako, wala po tayong maitatago. At syempre, isabay-sabay ko na rin po sa ating hashtag Earth Heroes, maroon tayong special segment, pero isasama na lang po natin dahil sila po, yung papakilala ko, sila dahil grupo sila pero may kinatawan sila. At nandito po yung ating hashtag Earth Heroes, but at the same time, siya po ay isang hashtag Earth Mover. And dito sa ating hashtag Earth Talks, makikilala po natin mga kababayan, mga kapusog, mga kaugnay. Narito po si Ate Ann Angala ng Bikers United Movement.
Hi, Rodne. Good evening.
Ayan. Ako, Ann, kamusta ka?
Ayun, nagbabike pa rin dito kahit wala na dyan sa Metro Manila. So, okay naman. Masaya. Medyo, natataranta sa COVID. Pero, we're managing.
At alam natin na naandyan ka ngayon sa Mindanao, ano? At ako naman ay ng Sibuyan Island sa Romblon. At Ate Ann, syempre, yung ating theme sa ngayon. Alam mo, yung first season ng ating hashtag Earth Talk, Cutie Earth ay tungkol sa ngayon, yung second season naman natin, we focus on Bayan Ko. Alam mo yung kantang Bayan Ko?
Oo, yung Bayan Kong Sinilangan, tama ba? Lupain ng tama ba? Tama ba yan?
Number 17, dumating na tayo doon sa mga linyang Pilipinas kong minumutya.
Yeah, okay.
Pugad
ng Luha, Dalita.
Ayan. So yan yung i-discuss natin sa ngayon. Para sa Pilipinas kong minumutya, Pugad ng Luha. Kung kinakanta mo, inawit mo to, ano yung unang nararamdaman mo dito sa mga linyang ito?
Pain. Sobrang pain. Kasi feel natin yun di ba? Pugad ng Luha at Dalita. Alam natin yung pinapagdaanan ng Pilipinas ngayon, pinagdaanan ng Pilipinas dati. Hindi siya nagbago. So, ang sakit pa rin sa atin na tayo na lumalaban, tayo na nandito para sa kalikasan, para sa justice, para sa equality ng mga tao. Tapos maririnig mo tong kantang to, kaya feel natin to, di ba? Every time kinakanta itong kantang to, parang feeling ko itong linyang to yung pinakamabigat. Di ba? Pugad ng Luha at Dalita. Na totoo. Dumadalo yung luha.
Alam natin, Ate Ann, isa ka doon sa mga bayani, no? Kasama mo yung yung mga siklista or sabihin natin, mga sumasakay ng bisikleta at nandun yung Bikers United Movement. At alam naman natin na recently, nandiyan na nga, Pilipinas kong minumutya, Pugad ng Luha at Dalita. Nararamdaman din ba ito ng mga, paano natin i-translate yung biker? Halimbawa sa Filipino language, manana. Bisiklista.
Siklista. Kapadyak, di ba? Ganon. Ayun. Well, isa ka rin doon, di ba? Rodne, nagkasama tayo sa maraming mga positive movement.
Oo. Kasi, ang natanong ko to, dahil recently, kung nagbibisikleta ka, mag-isa ka. Of course, lagi-lagi. May this time, lalo sa COVID-19 pandemic, pinasuot na tayo ng, of course, requirement ng helmet at syempre yung vest at marami pang iba. At nung nagkaroon ng pandemic, kahit before pandemic, meron talagang face mask yung mga siklista dahil sa
right.
So, alam naman natin na parang Pugad ng Luha at Dalita talaga ito. Pinaspasuot pa tayo ng face shield.
Face shield.
So, what do you think? As a siklista o bisiklista o cyclist o mananakay ng bisikleta, ano para sa iyo fair ba ito o kaya ay naaayon ba to sa mga physics ng pagbibisikleta? Para sa iyo, is it just and fair or is it really science?
No, I think it's so illogical that you have to use a face mask during biking. Kasi first, the reason why you use a face mask is because you need the distance. Diba? You have to socially distance yourself. You can never be 1 meter or less apart. I mean, you're always a meter or more, di ba? Para sa susunod mong siklista o sa iba pang tao. So what is the use of this face shield? So that's one. Number two, it obstructs your vision. Di ba, nagpa-fog siya pag napapawisan ka, or na-obstruct yung vision mo. Tapos nagkakaroon siya ng refraction. Nagiging iba. I saw one of your messages, like there was one time that you were using your face shield and then iba yung vision mo. So, muntik ka na ma-aksidente. So, it happens to almost all. The people who ride the bike, mostly, di ba, 90%, alam natin yung 90% of those who ride the bike, who are riding the bike during the pandemic are bike commuters. So
Mhm.
sila yung mga usually 5, 10, 20, 30 kilometers away from their homes. Pasusutin mo sila ng face mask, medyo mahirap na. Pasusutin mo sila ng face shield, torture na yon. And wala siya sa logic eh. Kung ang sinusunod mo lang talaga is that you want to protect bikers from the COVID or you want to protect other people from COVID, you wear a face shield. Nobody is harmed, okay? When you nobody can be harmed when you're riding a bicycle because yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a stand that Bikers United Marshals took. But we made a statement about this that
Tell
we're not for that.
us about United Movement or Marshals, Ate
Oh yes,
Annie.
movement na pala tayo ngayon.
Paano ba ito nagsimula? Ano ba yung ginagawa ng BUM na kasama ka at syempre kasama din ako. So tell us something
Oo,
about
tayo yan. So, nagsimula to like a week or 2 weeks before mag-open up to GCQ ang Pilipinas. Kasi ang dami ng bikers because of the pandemic. Kasi nawalan tayo ng mass transport. Tapos, hindi rin pwedeng sumakay sa private vehicles yung mga Pilipino. So, then there are a lot of people like the frontliners had to report to work. So, ang bike lang talaga ang pinaka-efficient way of transport kasi yung mga iba naglalakad kilometro, 'di ba? Parang ang hirap na hirap sila. So, the bike was the most logical form of transportation back then. And then, so dumami na siya, no? We were doing bike counts. Tapos, rush hour pa lang nagiging 2,000 na yung nakikita mong dumadaan sa Commonwealth kasi we're all from Quezon City, so nakikita natin yon. And then we're not seeing anything being done by the LGUs, by any of the agencies that are supposed to protect them on the road. So tayo nag-band together at naisip natin, oh, let's do something for the bikers, let's keep them protected. So that's what we did. But we made, we used, we used the water bottles, we painted them orange, we used the mats of our kids, painted bike lane signs on them, and we went out on the streets and we made our own pop-up bike lanes. So ayun, one thing led to another, medyo napagalitan pa nga tayo ng government agency, pero now we see bike lanes happening all over the Philippines because of the positive actions that we did together with other bike groups, bike advocates, and the other agencies of the country. So yun, and then now nakikita natin medyo konti-konti na inaayos na yung mga lanes sa buong Pilipinas.
wow.
Yun. Oo. So, aside from that, ano pa ginawa natin? Namigay pa tayo ng helmets, namigay tayo ng vests, namigay tayo ng blinkers, di ba? Yung mga ganon. Mga ganon kasiyahan.
Yeah. And it was really a historic moment for Bikers United movement. We say we started as marshals, and
Right.
then we ended up as a movement. Do you have any photos of what you did, Bikers United movement? I
Oh,
think
yeah. Well, actually, I have a presentation that we can just
yeah.
show quickly. Yeah. Wait a minute. Share screen. Okay, where is this? Sandali ah. Application. Here you go. So, there. So, this is Commonwealth. This is, ito yung pinaka mahirap na highway sa buong Pilipinas, 10 lanes, and all sorts of transportation pass by this major highway. We call it the killer highway. So again, Bikers United Movement is a network of advocates for inclusive mobility and sustainable transport that benefits the ordinary Filipino, meaning the masses. Iba naman syempre yung bike group, those who cycle for health reasons. Pero of course, kasama na rin natin lahat ang mga siklista sa buong Pilipinas. And then, so what do we focus in? Setting up of pop-up bike lanes, meaning hindi pa permanent structure. Ito lang yung we can put the bike lanes where and when it's needed, and then we take it out when it's not needed anymore. And then next, we marshal these bike lanes that we put up, yung mga pop-ups natin. So ito tayo, gabi, araw, wala tayong pinipili kung kailan kailangan, nandun tayo sa kalsada. Then we also assist sa roadside emergencies of bikers and other users. So hindi lang siklista yung tinutulungan natin, yung mga natutulungan din tayo mga motorista na naa-aksidente. So we have, first aid kits with us every time. Then we distributed protective gear, the helmets, the vests, the blinkers. Pag may mga nagdo-donate. Medyo marami-rami. I think we've given away thousands and thousands of vests and maybe over 1,000 helmets also. And we gather data. This is the air quality na nakita natin during the GCQ, ECQ muna, tapos naging GCQ. Tapos ngayon, I think sobrang taas na, parang nasa 400 na yung air particles na nakikita natin because there's just too much pollution already. And then we also gather data of the number of bikers who pass by certain areas na nakikita natin that are major thoroughfares like Commonwealth, EDSA, Quezon Avenue, and Ortigas. So these are yung mga napili natin na di ba, na mga streets that we know that lots of bikers pass through. And then we also help lobbying for policies. So we did statements on the use of helmets, yung binibigyan ng penalties yung mga hindi gagamit ng helmet pero hindi naman take into consideration that these are the people who can't afford them. And then we did also a petition. And then now we also did a statement about naman the face shield. So, we're very active in that. And then we have our observations that working class yung mga nagbo-bike commute sa Pilipinas. Hindi ito yung mga upper class na kayang bumili ng kotse, but these are the people who can't actually afford even their basic pamasahe, so they have to really bike to work. So a few of our recommendations, siguro we don't go through it anymore. So ayan, isa sa mga natulungan natin si Manong along EDSA. So so these are a few of our photos that we took during our 3 to 4 month ano ba yan? Marshalling in EDSA and Commonwealth. Yan po. Sorry, I'm lost.
Spent my birthday that time, and 3 months, 4 months passed, and now marshals became really a movement. It's not really actually by membership. No, if you wish to join the advocacy, it's advocacy with passion. If I may ask, what's the difference between purely biking for the sake of health and biking with a cause?
Well, ako I started off biking for health, diba? Parang yun naman yung parang entry level siguro natin na. Why do you start to bike? Because you wanna, you wanna do cardio, you wanna get slimmer, probably, you want to help your, you want to treat diabetes. May mga ganon eh. Like, I've heard a lot of stories about your health. And then, eventually, when you get in touch with nature, you see that, you feel that na parang when you're on a bike kasi you're already in touch with all the elements. And then after that, nakikita mo na how air is abused by the motorized vehicles. I'm not saying scrap motorized vehicles. We're just saying that, if there's an option to use a sustainable vehicle over a motorized vehicle, if you're just using, you're just going to short it, it's just like you're just going to the store, go to the grocery, na kaya mo naman buhatin, or you're just going to school or work and you can actually bike it, then that's more, that's what we suggest to do. So I think after me being a biker for health and for what do you call that, and for like anyway for health. um it got me in touch with my need as a biological being. Yung we need to not just do it for ourselves, but we have to do it for the whole community, and then eventually you will realize that you have to do it for the whole world. Na in your own little way, you travel without any carbon emission. In your own little way, you help lessen traffic on the road. Then, mas masarap yung feeling that you do it for an advocacy other than just do it for your own self. So yeah, I guess that's the difference between biking for leisure and biking for a cause.
Yeah. So I think that's one of the that's one of the challenges sa pagbibisikleta dahil nga ay minsan sinasabi nila na ay pang social yung pagbisikleta na yan. Ay,
Naku,
can you tell us hindi naman ibig sabihin nagbisikleta ka at sabi dahil para lang siya sa mga sosyal, para yan sa may pera, etc. Can you give us some ideas or insights on the kinds of cyclists we have?
on the contrary, yung mga nakasalumuhan natin during the pandemic were the people who are really yung masa, no? These are the people who cannot afford paying the jeepneys, paying the buses. And of course, well, ano sila, they didn't have any choice during the pandemic. They really had to, ride the bicycle. But then they didn't have cars. So, yun yung ano nila, yun yung naging option nila, that they really have to get on a bike and pedal 10, 20 kilometers. We also, we saw these people who had to even cycle like halos 50 kilometers a day. Balikan. So 100 kilometers a day. Na yung mga bikes nila, sorry I wasn't able to show you, but the last photo a while ago, yung may maraming salamat. This was Manong, na yung bike niya is steel, tapos halos walang upuan, tapos kita niyo yung backpack niya bayong na transform lang niya into a backpack. Because of course, that is the kind of bag you have to wear. Kasi hindi ka naman pwedeng ibang klaseng bag, kasi kundi mahuhulog, di ba? So talagang the backpack or sling bag is it's the only bag you can use when you're biking. So, yung mga leisure bikers, syempre, nakikita natin, usually these are the people who cycle to the mountains, yung mga who cycle, yung mga long distance, and during the weekends lang. But then you go to the streets during a weekday and during rush hour, makikita mo yung the other side naman. Sila naman yung, we're not even saying poorest of the poor, no? But we're saying these are the people na talagang essential travelers. Wala silang choice kung hindi mag-bike to work. And makikita mo yung mga bikes nila, hindi ito yung mga high-end, hindi ito yung mga alloy. Ito yung mga steel, ito yung mabibigat, ito yung mga Japanese surplus, ito yung mga upod-upod na yung gulong, di ba? Halos wala nang brakes. Yung mga brakes nila, yung chinelas nila, pinapasok nila doon in between the wheel and the fork, yung mga ganon. So, we've seen a lot of them. And we've seen sila pa yung mga maraming karga sa harapan at sa likod nila. Kasi sila yung mga delivery boys. They use their bikes to sell their wares. Makikita mo yung mga pantali, yung mga kung ano-ano yung mga binibenta nila. Meron pang tayong natulungan minsan na nagbebenta siya ng tinapa, 'di ba? Binili pa natin yung mga ano niya, so bukod sa binigyan natin siya ng helmet at saka ng vest, binili natin yung kanyang paninda. Ganon. So hindi po high-end ang biking. Ito po talaga ay necessity for the bike commuters. Yun po.
Thank you, Ate Ann. Yes, how can we contact Bikers United Movement? How can kung gusto nilang sumali sa movement, matutunan ko ano yung mga ginagawa ng Bikers United Movement, because I think this is not only within Metro Manila, but it's all over the Philippines. Yeah, it's
Yes.
nationwide, and we always say na this is not really an organization, but it's a movement.
It's a
It's a
movement.
cause, it's a passion. How can we contact or how can we keep in touch?
Go to the Facebook page, Bikers United Movement, and message us. And we're there. Iba-ibang tao yung mga nandyan. So again, like what you said, Rodney, kanina, there's no, it's not an organization. So anybody who wants to give in any way your time, you can, time is very important because we need people on the road to marshal. We need eventually people to do education. Kasi yun ang next project sana natin, that we go to the barangay levels and teach them, ethics, we teach them safety, and everything that a biker has to know when you're on the road. And also, well, of course, kung medyo maluwag ang mga bulsa ninyo, magandang makaka-donate po tayo sa mga kasama natin sa kalsada na hindi nakaka-afford to buy helmets and blinkers and vests. Yun po. So please go to the Facebook page, Bikers United. And nandun lang po kami online.
Thank you, Ate Ann, and
Thank you so
yeah,
much.
thank you for that and for those information. And yeah, we invite our manonood, yung mga kapusod natin, ng mga kaugnay to join Bikers United Movement. At kung naalala nyo, yung mga pinuntahan tayo ni MMDA spokesperson, Dialogo, syempre,
Yeah.
doon nagkaroon ng collaboration with the government, but at the end they actually are now putting bike lanes. Thank you, Ate Ann. And, I'll
Thank
get
you.
later on. Please stand by. At mga kapuso at mga kaugnay, marami tayong natutunan at dapat pagkilusan. Our hopes and dreams need action. At sa mga kabataan, hey, sali kayo sa Bikers United Movement. Hindi ka na ang kinabukasan dahil ikaw na ang ngayon na humuhubog sa iyong hinaharap. At para sa iyo, sa iyong family, friends, and communities at sa buong ecosystem. At mayroon po tayong, of course, isang segment na tatalakayin yung iba't ibang trending na mga topics tungkol sa environment sa week nito, sa linggong ito. Isang mabilisang take sa mga trending at mahalagang usapin sa linggong ito. Kasama natin si John Leo Algo, si JL, dito sa Week Trends.
Naranasan niyo na po bang pumila sa isang napakahabang pila at kayo nakapila dahil gusto niyo manood ng isang concert? Ang haba ng pila, ilang oras na kayo nakatayo, mainit ang araw, tapos maingay pa yung mga nasa likod niyo, mahaba yung pila, at excited na excited kayong manood ng isang concert na sobrang hype na hype kayo, na lahat ng naririnig sa mga kaibigan nyo ang sinasabi nila, uy, maganda tong concert na to, dapat tayong manood. Kasi magagaling yung mga kakanta, magaling yung mga magtutugtog ng gitara. Pero pagdating nyo doon sa mismong konserto, sa may harap ng stage, malalaman nyo pala, hindi makakapunta yung mismong mga main act, yung mga mismong band na gusto nyo pakinggan. Ang makakapunta lang yung mga opener, kumbaga. Di ba nakaka-disappoint? Hindi po ba naka-i-insulto din kahit papaano? Parang ganun po ang aming pakiramdam ngayong araw na ito, dahil parang ganun po ang nangyari sa ating NDC. Ito po ang ating quick trend segment ngayong linggong ito. Dahil ngayong araw na po ito ay ipresenta na po ng ating pamahalaan ang produkto ng 5 taong proseso na nagsimula sa ating pakikipaglaban sa international arena upang mabuo ang Paris Agreement. Ang Paris Agreement po, kung inyo po matatandaan, ay isang international agreement na kung saan nilalaban po ng lahat ng bansa sa buong mundo, halos lahat ng bansa sa buong mundo, ang nararanasan nating pagbabago ng klima o climate change. Nilimitahan ng ating pag-init ng mundo o global warming ng hanggang 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels by the year 2030. At ulitin po natin na bahagi po ng ating partisipasyon sa Paris Agreement ang pagbuo ng Nationally Determined Contributions o NDC. Pagmula po ng i-ratify ng Pilipinas ang NDC, 3 taon na po nakalilipas, in fact, Earth Day of 2017. Doon na po mismo talagang opisyal na nagsimula ang proseso ng pagbubuo ng isang dokumento na hindi lamang tutugon sa pag-aksyon laban sa pagbabago ng klima at ang mga epekto nito, kundi pati na rin ang mga epekto ng pagbabago ng klima sa ating pambansang pag-unlad, sa ating pambansang likaskayang pag-unlad o National Sustainable Development. Ang ating pong NDC ay isusumite dapat bago ang susunod na pagpupulong ng iba't ibang bansa sa buong mundo, yung tinatawag natin na COP sa Scotland next year. Kaya naman po, dapat na nating tapusin ang ating NDC. Dapat na itong mabuong itong plano na ito. Dahil dito, ito ay isang malaking bahagi na kung paano ang mga ating kasalukuyang pamahalaan at mga susunod pang pamahalaan, kasama na syempre ang iba't ibang sektor ng lipunan, kung paano tayo lahat magtutulong-tulong, kung paano tayo aaksyon, ano ang ating mga solusyon upang mabawasan ang mga epekto ng pagbabago ng klima, katulad ng mas malalakas na bagyo, mas malalakas na tagtuyot, na ating naranasan sa nakalipas na dekada. Lalo na yung mga bagyo, ilang buwan pa lang ang nakalilipas. So, we attended the multi-stakeholder consultation today. It's supposed to be the culmination of 3 to 5 years of engagements, processes, dialogues. At gaya pa ng aking nabanggit kanina sa ating opening, dito sa Quick Trend segment, baka po tayong pumila na nakapakatagal sa concert. Pero, parang kulang talaga. Hindi sapat. You're not satisfied. At ang ating pong NDC na isusumite apparently by the midnight survival deadline, December 31, 2020, ay kulang na kulang sa content. Masasabi rin po natin na ang ating NDC, yung ating draft NDC sa kasalukuyan, kumbaga maraming kulang na ingredients, kulang na parts. At parang nakapanghihinayang po na ilang taon po tayo nakatuon ng ating pansin upang mabuo itong NDC na ito, itong plano na ito, para sa kapakanan ng mga mamamayang Pilipino, para sa ating mga komunidad. And all those 5 years and what has been presented to the public is a 3-page document. Not even 3 pages, it's actually a 2.5-page document. Hindi pa rin po malinaw kung anong ang plano para sa ating pag-aksyon laban sa pagbabago ng klima, at least in terms of the NDC. And we only have, today's December 23, we only have 8 days left until the midnight survival deadline. Dapat po nating malaman kung ano ang nangyayari sa mga ganitong proseso dahil tayo po lahat ay stakeholders. Nakasalalay po ang ating kasalukuyan at kinabukasan. At kung dito po napupunta ang ating mga buwis, kung ganito po ang maging resulta ng ating constant engagements with national government agencies and other experts and organizations involved, papaano na po ang Pilipinas sa susunod na taon na kung saan sigurado may darating pa mga malalakas na bagyo. Hindi po natin alam kung gaano kalakas, pero Pilipinas po tayo. Daanan tayo ng malalakas na bagyo. La Niña pa po ngayon, according to Pag-asa. Paano na po ang Pilipinas sa pagharap sa mga susunod na tagtuyot? Mataas na nivel ng tubig dagat, land degradation, pagsugpo sa kahirapan. Patapos na po ang 2020. And it's almost Christmas season. So, I guess what I really want to say for this quick trend segment para po sa linggong ito ay we can still hope that things can only get better from here. And it is with that positive attitude about our collective futures, about collective action that I choose to hope for during this Christmas season and 9 days from now, starting 2021. Ito po si JL Algo. Tapos sa quick time segment na ito, nagsabing happy holidays. At again, when it comes to the truth, don't deny, but we must recognize and act upon it. Back to you, Sir Rodney.
Maraming salamat, John Leo Algo, JL ng Living Laudato Si Philippines at of course ng Climate Action for Sustainability Initiative, and he is a member of the Interim Secretariat of Action Klima Pilipinas. And yes, mayroon po tayong syempre maraming ino-offer sa ating mga manonood at pabalikin natin si Ate Ann para malaman niya na almost every day we have programs for Quarantalk Media at alamin natin kung ano ang mga programa ng Quarantalk Media mula Lunes hanggang Linggo. At Ate Ann, welcome back and let's see the programs of Quarantalk Media. At every Monday we have 9 p.m. Quarantalk, the original Quarantalk with Jules and Aya. Yan po ay 9 p.m. Ng Lunes. Ate Ana, anong meron tayo every Tuesday?
Tuesday, throwback kasaysayan, inuman.
That's
With-
Thursday.
Ay, sorry,
Yeah,
Tuesday ba?
Monday,
Oh, the
Monday.
main agenda. The main agenda on Tuesday, 9 p.m.
Yes, it's main agenda with Ate Main Derunya. At every Wednesday, what do we have, JL?
Kasama po si Sir Rodney Galicha every 9 p.m. every Wednesday. Cutie Earth, #WeAreNature.
Oh,
And
that's
of course, sama natin si JL, #QTrends. And every Thursday, we have 9 p.m. Throwback Kasaysayan with Professor Gio Giang. And 10:30 p.m., we have Inuman with Thais and Rafi. Thais Estrada and Rafi Magno. Every Friday, what do you have, Ate Ann?
7 p.m. Kilos Kabataan, 9 p.m. SDG Online Tambayan.
And every Saturday, JL, what do we have?
Siyam na araw na lang po, 2021 na. Next year, 2022 na, which means it's election season. So mahalaga po tayong tumutok sa Radyo Comelec every Saturday at 9 p.m.
And of course, every Sunday, 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Catholic Mass. At of course, ito po ay rest day para sa mga
Kaya ito na
pwede tayong magbisikleta, of course, no? Don't forget that. Don't forget. And yes, that's it. And we are Quarantalk Media, empowering the Filipino, inspiring action, serving the people, powered by IKOT.PH. Dito sa #QTEarth, everything matters dahil ang lahat ay magkaugnay, hindi magkakahiwalay dahil ang ating buhay, kalikasan ang pinagmulan at pinagkukunan ng ating kabuhayan. At syempre, bago tayo magtapos, meron po akong quote para sa ating lahat. May kukunin lang po ako para sa inyo. Siyempre po, ay nagbibisikleta tayo lagi. At dinala ko po yung aking bisikleta sa Indian Island. Yes, sabi ni Pope Francis sa Laudato Si number 153, ang sabi niya, the quality of life in cities has much to do with systems of transport, which are often a source of much suffering for those who use them. Many cars used by one or more people circulate in cities, causing traffic congestion, raising the level of pollution, and consuming enormous quantities of non-renewable energy. This makes it necessary to build more roads and parking areas, which spoil the urban landscape. So many specialists agree on the need to give priority to public transportation. Ito po, bisikleta. Yet some measures needed will not prove acceptable to society unless substantial improvements are made in the systems themselves, which in many cities force people to put up with undignified conditions due to crowding, inconvenience, infrequent service, and lack of safety. Ayan. Kaya nga, dapat magbisikleta na tayo kahit sa ating mga rural areas. Yan po, Laudato Si number 153 ni Pope Francis. At of course, Ate Ann, how can we contact you? Do you have a social media account, your Twitter handle? Yes, please share para makontak namin kayo.
Yeah, so yung personal ko is Ann Angala. I have a Facebook page for my personal advocacies. And for Bikers United Marshals, Bikers United Movement, just go to the Facebook page of Bikers United Movement. Yan lang po. Thank you.
And JL,
Hey sir, what's up?
Night ride.
yes. How can we contact you?
Oh yeah, you may contact me by social media, Facebook, at JLC Algo, Twitter. I don't use Twitter much, but if you want to message me on Twitter, at Sir John Algo. You may also find me on LinkedIn if you're into that sort of thing. And for our organizations, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Living Laudato Si, and Climate Action for Sustainability Initiative, and of course, Action Klima Pilipinas.
Yes, at ako na po ang inyong lingkod at kaugnay, face-to-face sa social media at kalikasan101. And you may visit my website, www.rodgalicha.com, and of course, ang www.livinglaudatasi.org.ph. Don't forget, actionklima.org. At tandaan po natin, tayo at ang kapaligiran ay iisa. Tayo ay kalikasan. Kaya samahan niyo ako sa pag-hashtag natin dahil dito sa hashtag Cutie Earth,
We are
hashtag
nature.
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 Maraming salamat. See you on Wednesday. Maligayang Pasko sa lahat. And don't forget, walang Pasko kung walang Jesus.
Happy holidays.
Amen.
Happy
Merry
holidays.
Christmas.
See you soon.